You're not doing one?
No.
We'll start there then.
I'm proving all right.
Okay.
I'm proving fine.
So, I'm not sure what episode this is of Series 2, but we are very excited to have Ben Coker here, who is the first type 1 diabetic I was
going to say ever. I was like,
on the podcast.
I'm sure there's
And
going to be more.
actually, interestingly, the only type 1 diabetic who was playing in the EFL and the Premier League at the time as well.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
He had a fantastic career, currently spanning 18 years and still going, which is even more incredible considering your injuries, and begins back in Sweden 18 years ago, which I know he's impressed that I know.
Very impressed. I still can't believe it.
A career that gets you into the EFL Team of the Year at one point. Was that when you were at Southend?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were the captain at Southend under Chris Powell?
Yep.
How impressed are you?
Yes, so impressed. I was literally driving my way. I was like, I wonder how much this fella actually knows. So much research, so much.
And having looked at your career, kind of, it's nice to kind of look at. I know you played all over. Histon makes me feel better because I also played for Histon.
Histon,
so it makes me feel like I had a
when they was good though. When they was good.
Not when they were step 5, no.
Becky, no, with Becky. Jesus Christ.
But some more notable like Colchester, Stevenage, Barnet, where you won promotion just a couple of years ago. And we've touched base a number of times, and we have a number of mutual friends, and everyone says the same thing. What a guy.
That's very nice. It's very nice. I loved it, honestly.
Ben Coker.
Oh, welcome. I'm so happy to be here. If you can't tell, I am. And I like to say as well, this is my first podcast. I just said to you there, I've not been asked by anyone else. But you lot. So no, I'm literally buzzing to be here and just have a chat.
I don't know why you haven't been asked, because you have an incredible story, and we're going to hear that today. And a lot of it I still don't know. Craig, you don't know as well. And
I'm looking forward to finding out. We've
been one of the things we like at the Assist podcast, like it's Assist HQ, is learning firsthand about people. We don't want to learn too much before we get here. I know we already have a little bit of a friendship and a background, but this will be our first time hearing it, and so everything in this is real. The emotion is real, and we're gonna laugh. We might cry, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Did we establish whether you two played against each other yet?
I reckon
Probably at some point.
At some point. It might have been Pete, but honestly, I couldn't tell you the game. But it might have been Pete, but it might have been Newport. You was at Newport, weren't you? Was you at Newport for a bit? No.
Pete, more like Pete.
Probably Pete,
yeah. We'll have to.
Yeah.
We'll look at that after. That's something we'll establish. Jesus Christ.
Some years ago.
We talked a lot about that, about how much of football you forget in your career.
Yeah.
Because it's all just the next. So you forget so much of it.
Yeah, I know. It's only certain games that you remember, isn't it, really? When it's obviously something good or something bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't tell you. I played over, I don't know how many games I've played, but
a lot.
Probably a handful, 10 maybe. You think, I remember that game.
Yeah,
you remember everything in it.
Yeah.
There's one game, Southend game, a semi-final against Stevenage. I remember everything about that game.
Yeah.
Just how it felt, how I played.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best games I've ever played.
It moves so fast, doesn't it?
Moves so, yeah, that's the thing. It moves so fast.
Yeah, you have to forget because you can't dwell on the past and say
you want to sometimes.
Yeah,
like, I was good this week.
Yeah.
Me just sit here for a minute, but then you got to go again. Next day training, whatever.
Yeah,
it's mental. Even now, I just think, still I'm 36 now, and it's just like I want to try and keep enjoying. Every little bit of what I've got left, because I think I can still keep going.
You don't look 36.
Thank you.
Not at all.
I do ice roll my face in the morning. Shout out to Sarah. It's the best thing ever.
I'll tell you one thing. I tell someone who I just mentioned. I won't say. I won't do him like this.
But I know it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Salmon sperm under his eyes.
That's my missus watches all the shows and that was on one the other day. But yeah, she's got the.
And the person, it wouldn't surprise you either, would it?
No, it wouldn't. Bang on, you're bang on it. Honest to God. But these wrinkles are set in now. Salmon ain't going to get them out. Come on, man.
It's maturity.
It is.
You've got to enjoy that.
Sexier as you get older, isn't it?
Bex looks good with the crows. That's what I'm going with, like what they call crow's feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's laugh lines, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
If it is good enough for Bex, I say good enough for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to work. So... hopefully learning to appreciate more things more and more now as football goes on, as it probably comes more towards an end. You're in the latter part of your career, so being able to think how much it's flowing by and enjoy it, I'm sure, is something you're doing at the moment. But let's go back to Sweden, or even before then. Let you start where you want to start.
Way back.
And let's have
first memories of football.
Let's have the start of you and football.
First memories of football was I got into football really late, to be fair. I was probably about 8 or 9 when I started to play like Sunday League. Meldriff Boys it was. My dad was like the chairman. So my old man was like, he loves football.
Yeah.
And I was like never into it. I was like Batman, Robin, Peter Pan, like everything but football. And yeah, somehow, like, I don't know how I got into it. But yeah, he was a big fan of Arsenal. So I used to watch that. And then, yeah, I think Ian Wright, Dennis Bergkamp, they were massive for me. I used to have the video of Ian Wright's, all of his goals. And I used to watch that constantly. Just watch it constantly, do his celebrations, play outside in the garden. We had a shed behind the goal. And I used to smash windows of my man. You know that feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, oh no. He'd come running out. I'm like, fuck, it's a shed. Let's have it right, it's a shed. It's not the house. But honestly, I remember that feeling. It used to fucking kill me every time he used to smash a window. And then, yeah, just literally love of football. And then after that, it was like just hooked. Like,
the videos were brilliant. I had a Michael Owen goals from I think maybe his breakthrough season at Liverpool, where he wore the number 18 shirt. I used to watch that religiously. And then I used to watch and I'm not a Manchester United fan. Like, I don't support a team, but I used to watch the treble winning season, like almost like the highlights of that season on video.
Yeah.
Repeatedly.
Yeah.
I could tell you loads about that United season, having never supported them, but that just putting the video and sitting there and studying it, I'm sure we all did that.
Yeah.
I suppose it's the equivalent of YouTube now, isn't it?
When Ian Wright, you know, he got the record for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how many goals in that.
Yeah.
So I remember my first school game, it was like, do you remember the T-shirt? It was like, just do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I had a vest on underneath my top. I scored a penalty and I did it and I took it off and I was like, just do it. Like 230 odd goals or whatever. And like my dad's like, what are you doing? Get up. Like, get up. And I was like, honestly, I still remember I can see the goal now, the penalty. Mental.
I remember doing the exact same thing, but mine said, I was playing for Wollaston Vicks. I must have been 9 or 10, and mine said, bang goes the 0-0 draw. And I think that was another Ian Wright one.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I had a little white school vest on underneath, playing for Wollaston, lifting my top up.
Mate.
But I
Honestly,
forgot about that memory until just now.
Ian Wright, anything he used to do, I used to love him. I still love him now, to be fair. He's brilliant. But yeah, I think he was the first one that I thought, yeah, football it's a special game.
Yeah.
Special game. And then, yeah, from there, I'll remember I went on like, you know, them school, like them half-term, those summer camps with Cambridge United.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, the star player. I remember there was this kid, he was a joke. Jason Woods, his name was. And I used to go to school with him. And I used to think he was the best thing ever. Like, for the 2 weeks, I was like, there's no chance I'm getting star player or whatever. And because his attitude was stinking, like looking back now, he was a little nutter. And I was like, and I used to do everything like real proper. I wanted to be like the star man. And then I got it. And like, through that, you go for a trial with Cambridge. So, and then I remember I got into the silver squad. It was like silver and gold. So I got into the silver. I remember my mum got the letter and she was like, oh, you got in the silver squad. I was buzzing. I was like, you're joking. I didn't think I was going to get anything. And like silver, gold. And I was delighted. So I went into the silver and then obviously got into the gold eventually. That's why I met Shorty.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's about 11 or 12 of us. Yeah.
Best looking man in the world, isn't he?
Yeah, I know. He's so annoying.
Annoyingly so.
So annoying, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes,
do you know
his
Shorty?
body's...
I think even Russell Short.
Nah.
His body's really good.
I want to get...
Does everything with his shirt off, though.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I've
everything.
done some of that as well, so I can't...
No, you do. You do, actually.
Yeah, so I
think we all do
can't slag him off.
sometimes,
Yeah, what a prick.
You do. But
Great
yeah.
guy. We're gonna have him on here at some point. He does the CBD.
Oh, okay.
And the ashwagandha and the lion's mane in business with Simon Church.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
no. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he did a shoot with Holly at her studio the other day. I was fuming.
Yeah, I bet.
So you've got talent. you've got talent, and you go into Cambridge, and you're going through the academy system, and is that plain sailing, or is that not? Because you end up finding your way to Sweden when it becomes the time to go into
not really. Never plain sailing. To make it as a footballer, you need tips. So it's technique, intelligence, personality, and speed. But yeah, like tips, and thinking about it now, I'm like, they should do more of that, because that's the foundation of what you need to be a footballer.
Yeah.
I think but for me, like looking back at it now, P is the most, that will get you to where I think where you are later on in your career.
Yeah.
Like personality.
Yeah.
Like speed, like I've lost my speed now. I'll work my nuts off to get speed, because I wasn't a big kid. Like puberty, I probably about 21. Looking back, I'm like, I was late. I was like 16, 17. So, but obviously technique is I think is key.
Yeah.
But the personality, intelligence is just massive. And that I think that gets you through.
Yeah.
Like it was, but obviously it was because I was close to getting released at Cambridge, because I was small, bit slow, and wasn't really the bravest, to be fair. But you have to like tackle on that. So obviously got that, and then obviously stuff at Cambridge, the academy fell through. Like when we was going up for scholar, like I think they pulled the system, or they pulled whatever. So, and that's when I went to Northampton for my scholar, for two-year scholar there. And then I don't know if I did, it's a scholarship. This is the best time of your life. We stayed we lived in like on a farm, like agricultural college.
Yeah.
Like, mental. Yeah. No, in Northampton. So Malden College. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's literally what I just said.
Yeah,
What did you say? Bolton?
Molten.
Oh, Molten. So I thought you said Bolton. I was like, no, not Bolton. Like Northampton, geez. No, yeah. Did you say that?
You were at Molten and you went, nah, Molten.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, it's such a good place to like.
There is cows and sheep and stuff.
Yeah, it's mental.
Yeah.
It's mental gas. So we used to train at the college, and then obviously go into the first team and that. But yeah, it's the best time ever.
So you spent it with other young players in there, and
yeah, we all lived downstairs. Yeah,
that's just I used to, with Amber, I used to look after like apprentice kids and stuff like that, and it was always exciting to see them, like how they were learning and how they were growing.
Yeah.
That was carnage though as well.
It was tricky. Yeah, it was
I bet
tricky
you
at
guys
times.
were carnage, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think my carnages have come later on in life. I was quite well behaved back then.
Okay.
Quite well behaved back then, because all I wanted to do was be a footballer.
Yeah.
Like that is all I wanted to do. And then obviously, that was when reserve team football was. It's like you get called up for reserves. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Like as you're playing with. Like,
You had the first team.
Yeah, first team pros.
Yeah.
It was just magic.
The experience
they
you
should
got.
bring that back as well.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
If they don't even at Ebbsfleet, I'm thinking if you ain't playing, like you got no way of gaining match fitness.
Yep.
Like because training games is you got so many games. Like the reserves, you have to like.
I think being tackled by like men and like especially as you're a young kid coming up and like these under 23s now, I think they need that physicality. They need to understand. It's obviously when we were playing the reserves, you say it was brilliant because you'd obviously be a young lad in it, but you'd have first team pros and first team players.
Yeah, you always hope you see what first team players are today.
Yeah,
and obviously you get like because I was there with Sean Dyche.
Yeah. Okay.
He was at Northampton when I was the scariest fella ever. I didn't ever want to sit near him. Like, I remember sitting down for breakfast with him one day, and he was like, "Oh, fuck that! I can't even look at you."
Yeah,
he was like,
"He's from Kettering." I think.
Yeah,
He's from around there.
Big guy, and I was like, "Nah." But it was. But like today, like you wouldn't say boo to a goose back then. Like, you would not say anything to him. Just if they spoke to you, you'd be just like. Yeah, what do you want? Whatever you want. But yeah, it was mental. But yeah, then I got released at the end because they were like, "You're a bit too small to go straight into." Looking back at it now, I was. I wasn't ready for first team football at all. But yeah, it kind of made. And he was like, "I hope to prove you wrong." And looking back now, I was the only one. Me and Alex Dyer, he played for Northampton for a bit. Then went to Sweden. Me and him were the only ones that made professional out of the 2 years that I was there. So it's like you look back and you think.
So what was your attitude? So you'd obviously like for young kids if they do listen to this, like you obviously been released
Yeah. Like, been released loads of times.
The Cambridge thing obviously fell through. Then you went to Northampton. It's felt like it's not worked out. So, like, what was your mindset? Like, what was you thinking? Because obviously it is a difficult time. You're so close to achieving something you want to achieve, and then it's kind of like pulled away from you. So, like, what was your thought process? Like, what did you think once that happened?
I think it was a bit of a blur, if I'm honest, because I was thinking, what do I do now? Like, you got exit trials and that, they're crap. I remember them being crap. Like, it's a game, 20 minutes you play. I didn't touch the ball, I don't think. So it was like, my dad was like, you ain't going to get picked out of all these players. And then I just think, looking back at it now, I was thinking, I don't really know what else I'm going to do. I can do, really, or I want to do. So I was like, I've got to try and do something. That's when my mate rang me and he was like, would you want to come out to Sweden and play? I was like, I've got nothing else. So yeah, I do. So yeah, I went out there. What? The best thing ever. The best thing ever. In like, I was like, obviously I'd moved away from home for Northampton for 2 years, and then to go out there again, it was just a little village in the middle of nowhere, and like these just blonde birds everywhere. I was like, I don't understand why you come in now. At like 18, I was just 18, So it was mega, and to play football out there I went out there for about 8 months, I think. Probably about 50. Looking back, it's probably about 100 quid a week we were getting, but I was like, oh my God, I was on like 55 quid a week, so I've doubled my money. Do you know what I mean? Come back with nothing, though. Come back with no money, but it was like, I was being a professional footballer out there. We train every day, like we'd live in a hotel. It was mega. Yeah, Luke Owen, his name. No, you wouldn't know. Luke Owen, he was at my wedding and stuff. He's such a good guy. He lives out there now. He's got married, got kids out there. He stayed out there. Yeah. So it's just.
I played in similar age when I was 18. I played in the Gothia Cup in Gothenburg.
Yeah.
And it was, I think we got to like the quarterfinals of this Gothenburg Cup, lost to the Iraqi national side, which was an insane experience. But I remember thinking the exact same thing. What a place! Like, it was brilliant.
Mega, but we didn't. I never went to I think we went to Stockholm once, but this little place, it was like everyone knew everyone, and it was just at that moment in time in my life, I was like, this is so perfect, good, so good.
So at that time, you mentioned actually off air, you struggled with dyslexia growing up. So did you feel like there was no other option? It was football or bust, so to speak?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. Like spelling and numbers and that, I'm terrible. I'm still terrible now. And growing up, I was, it was a real struggle at school. Yeah. But I probably thought, I don't know what else I can do. Really, that's what I felt at the time. Yeah. And that happened. That come later on in my career as well. After getting released from certain clubs, I was like, what am I going to do now? I was like, I know I'm good at football. Yeah. So I just kept going. Yeah. I think that is in life. I think if you stop, then what are you gonna do? I think now, I just think, keep going. Yeah. Just keep going. Do you know what I mean? It's a mad thing to think, really, isn't it? Yeah. Just think otherwise, because there's certain periods in my career I think, I've had enough. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then you really think about it. Like I say to my missus, probably the last 4 or 5 years, she's probably heard me say, "Oh yeah, no, I'm done. Yeah. I'm done." Like every year, and then something happens or something, a game or whatever, and you think, nah, I'm not done yet. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think that's been with me for my whole of my career, really. I think strangely.
I think as well, like your personality, like coming across, you seem like happy-go-lucky. You seem like you just like things will fall for you. It's just like you seem.
Off the tips, the P is a big P. Yeah. You might lose technique.
Yeah.
My technique's still there. I'm very good. My left foot's very good.
Okay. I apologise. Technique will stay.
Speed, yes.
Intelligence? Intelligence?
No, not so much. Football intelligence, not too bad.
Speed may go, but that personality will stay. It's infectious.
Yeah.
And that positive attitude you clearly have towards this, if I've got to keep going. I know that isn't always going to have been the case, and there's going to be challenging times, but that the simplicity of that is really, really beautiful. Just, I need to keep going. So you come home from Sweden and it goes well enough in terms of your life experiences out there.
Yeah, I half wanted to stay out there, but then I was like, I had a couple of trials out there for another few teams, and I thought, well, maybe. But then I come home and nothing really happened, and that's when Histon come up.
Okay.
And that's when Becky, like John Beck, you must have come across Becky.
I've heard of, yeah.
Jesus, like I had this, like I remember my first training session there. It was at somewhere in Cambridge, like one of the colleges, lovely.
Yeah.
And I've heard like he just wants to shell it. That's what he was about. He would just literally shell it into it. He used to call, the between the penalty box and the corner, the magic square. He'd just get in the magic square, and then we'll just cross it and score. And I'm thinking, oh, this is not the player I am. I like to pass. They were conference.
They were conference. The Leeds FA Cup game. Were you part of that
squad?
No,
I was, because I went on loan to Bury Town. That's where that's a little bit further on. But no, I just missed that game because there was pound notes going around everywhere at that point, and I was only just 19 going into that. But yeah, Becky was literally shell it. And then first session I come into, it's like nothing overhead height. I'm thinking, what are you talking about? So I'm there literally passing play, and I was like, this is brilliant. And he was like, come over to me. He's like, you're really good. You're really good. And then I got like a non-contract thing there. And then, once I was in there, Becky was, I think he soon figured out I wasn't the kind of player for him. Yeah. I remember he was like, we did this one drill. It was like, get it from your centre half or midfielder and then just clip it in. So I've tried to like drive one into the midfielder. Like he stopped the session. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, try and pass it to him. He's like, nah. Shell it up there as hard as you can. I'm only 19. I can't really kick it that far at that point. And I was like, oh my God. So he was. So, and then that's when I went on loan to Bury Town, and that was when I think my real journey, like properly, like I was happy, and like Bury Town was magic club. So I played with Sam Reed, Lee Reed.
I don't.
Like
60 odd games at Bury.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did my research.
Yeah, scored a lot of penalties there. I was on penalties. I think that's what we got. That's what I was thinking as well. I was like, if I can get on penalties here, I can score, and then hopefully I can get a move. But yeah, we got promoted the second year I was there. We got promoted, and that's when Shorty come as well. We had some great players there. Yeah. That was just the best. Looking back now, that was one of my favourite times of my career. Bury Town, because like mum and dad would come on the bus away games after you'd be drinking. Like it was just so simple. Like you train twice, so it was so simple. You know what I mean? Yeah, that is what it is. Yeah, and it was just. Oh, it was so good. I still been trying to get together for years. Like, because obviously, I think if you win promotion with a team, you always try and they're always something happened. Like you always want to try and get back together because you remember that magic time, and it was so good.
We hear that very often, don't we? That at the early years being some of people's most favourite, no matter what they go on to achieve, the simplicity of it, playing football for fun, being a kid.
Because that's what I always wanted to. I thought if I can go there, play well. Could I get a move somewhere, like somehow, I don't even know, or get a couple of leagues up? I was gonna sign for Nuneaton Town. They was in like the north. Yeah. Like my dad was like, "What are you doing? Like that's so far away." Yeah. I was like, "Yeah, but it's Conference North. Like it's a couple of leagues above." So I was close to that, and then I spoke to the manager, Wilkes, and he was like, "I can get you a trial at Colchester." I was like, "Really?" I was like, I couldn't believe it. So I played it in a game at the end of that season. It was like a reserve game. I played really well, and they were like, I'll come back in the summer, pre-season, sorry, and like you can have like 2-week trial, and then I got two-year contracts off that.
Really amazing.
But in between that, I was like labouring for my mate, Cal Stewart. You know Cal Stewart? His dad.
Name rings a bell.
Nah, yeah. His old man was building a big house, and I'd just go in there labour with him. But I'd be making more money from Bury and labouring than when I made my first pro contract. I was like, I was saying to one of the boys, I was like, I don't understand. I thought I'd be getting more money in this. Yeah. And he was like, no, it just don't work like that sometimes because you're so young. And I was like, sign for whatever.
Yeah. I think that's that now though in non-league. I think there's more money to be earned in non-league.
100%. Oh, even now it's mental.
And you got to really be like wanting to be a footballer, a pro footballer, if you want to, like, because you won't probably earn as much in the football league as you can earn in non-league. So you've really got to be dedicated to go. Like, I want to be this. This is what I want to do.
You have to. And I was like, this is my chance. This is my chance.
I say that to clients now. That in terms of at the very top, of course, it is everything you imagine it to be. I'm sure, but below that, it's tough. And uh, almost kind of some of the hybrid clubs and the semi-professional clubs in non-league where the money's good allows you more time to actually look at other avenues that you may want later in your career. But this will to be a full-time footballer, to be a full-time professional, like
the pressure as well.
Yeah, is it all it's cracked up to be? I don't know. I've not done it, so but I experience it firsthand through my work and through the conversations I have with people, and so many of them saying like, of course, look, kind of aim for aim for the moon, but if you fall on the stars sort of thing, and that the options that come through non-league now, and almost that ability to step back and then go back up again is a great one. But still, people have this opinion. A lot of the analysts have this opinion where, is it an ego thing? I want to be a full-time footballer. I want to be a full-time professional. When the reality is, financially, and perhaps even from in terms of how you're looking up, it may be better to take a step back to take a step forward. And again, I've not done it, so it's not my place to say. But just from those conversations I've had,
yeah, maybe literally. But I think the longer my career's gone on, like I speak to people all the time, and they're like, "You're a professional footballer." I was like, "It's the best job in the world for me." For me, like obviously sometimes it ain't, but I think in whatever you do, you have good times, you have bad times. Do you know what I mean? Whatever business you go into, whatever you do, ain't gonna be all roses all the time, is it? It really ain't. And I've had a lot of hard times, but I think that it does make you resilient. It makes you better. And I just think, but for me, I think that's probably why I'm still doing it, because even though some days now I get out of bed, I'm like, fuck me. Yeah, I'm knackered. But and then them days you feel good, I think, it's still happening. You're getting paid to go play football. That's really
it's really lovely to hear you say that.
Because I feel like
passion. You can feel your passion.
But I feel like a lot of footballers, it's hard, and you hear lots of stories about how hard it is. You're not getting picked. You're not getting. It happens, but I think if you just keep going, if you keep going, something magic can happen. You don't know. Yeah, you don't know. Because I won promotion last year from National League to League Two. I didn't think I'd get promoted again, and I was 35 at that point. So it's just like you just keep going. And you can something can happen out of nothing.
So I think you just got like that great enthusiasm where it's just like, just do it, like just enjoy doing it, and then
that's what I try and do. Yeah,
whatever happens is amazing, and along that journey, you're not putting stuff in the way where you've got to do this, and I've got where I set myself, I've got to be here, and I've got to be here, and I've got to do all these goals, which kind of then put the pressure on myself. It feels like you just went, I love what I'm doing. I'm just going to enjoy, and if that gives me promotion, then amazing. But I'm doing something that I love, and I think that's a great mindset to have, because all the things that you achieve are like the wonders of you that you're achieving, and that could be anything. You've not set yourself, this has got to be it. You're just like, these are things that are happening to me that go along.
Yeah, and I think obviously it can work both ways if you don't plan. Like, you were like, my missus would be like, so what are you going to do next? But fortunately, I think I do know what I'm going to be doing next. So that is, but I still want to keep playing for as long as I can. But that's that comes down the line further on.
Can I ask you, so because this, and tell me if I'm speaking out of turn here coming onto this, but like being type 1 diabetic, I presume that's your whole life. You've
since 15.
15. Yeah. So when your football career started, you're dealing with that, and you're hearing this, I'm too small, or you hadn't developed in the right way. How much of an impact is this having now on your early career? Is it your positive attitude seems like you're a bit like, well, fuck it, I've got that thing, I'll deal with it anyway. But do you think it was having an impact early on? And
probably looking back on it now, I probably, when it first happened, that was the first question I asked the doctors. Can I play football? They're like, yeah, of course you can. But I didn't know what diabetes. I didn't have. I remember my mum come in because I got knocked out in football. Like someone hit me with a ball, and I got knocked out. And they say it can be brought on by shock. So I'm up in the night weeing, drinking like liters and liters of water. Mum was like, something's not right. So she took me to the doctors. We had like blood tests and that. And then we always just go out of school, like go to the shops, like I'd buy a big bottle of Lucozade. And then she was walking up to school, and I was like, what are you doing here? She was like, you got diabetes. I was like, what are you talking about? Can you imagine that? Like, I'm like, what's diabetes? Like, I didn't know. She like wheeled me off to hospital. And next thing I know, we're in hospital. And that was the first thing I said, well, I'll be all right for Saturday, my game. And he was like, yeah. But then the week after that, I got diagnosed. Like, back then, they were like, insulin was in like a glass little thing. You had to syringe it out. How much you wanted, you had to syringe it out. So the next week, I was going into digs for a week. Like, you used to do it at 15, 16. You used to go into digs and like train with the youth team for a week. So my mum's like, fuck, like, you can't go. I'm like, I've got to go. Like, she's pulling her hair out. She's like, we don't know what this is. And she's trying to make me eat at certain times and like do this. And I'm like,
bless her.
I know, I feel so like thinking about it now. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for her. Because like me having kids now, like that was the first thing I asked, like, will my kids have diabetes? Because that's the worst nightmare. But yeah, from my mum and dad, they were unbelievable with it. Been unbelievable ever since. But it's just, it was such a shock.
Of course, yeah.
Such a shock for everyone.
Did you have to do anything different then with football?
I just had to, because back then it was like prick your finger to see what your blood sugar levels were. Yeah. So like my fingers were knackered like through years of doing it and just injecting. So I still inject now, but I've got like a monitor that goes on my phone to see my blood sugar levels. Yeah. So it's so good. So I think when I retire, I will get a pump. So that like puts it around you all the time. But yeah, back like, well, yeah, that was over 20 years ago now. It was hard. It's really hard.
It's the way you talk about it. It seems like it's a really rough card to be dealt, and you're just like, yeah, I got on with it. And
but that's probably me talking about this now is probably resonating with me. It's just like, well, yeah, if I give up with my diabetes, I die. Basically, that's it. Because everything shuts down. So I'm probably thinking, yeah, well, I had to keep going. Otherwise, if I don't inject or whatever, or probably a week or so, if I don't inject for a week, I die. So I've got to keep going. Yeah. Realistically, I didn't. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. I haven't really ever thought about that.
It's probably your superpower, and without you realising it. And obviously, we're going to come on to this bigger story, which obviously you had a BBC documentary about your ACL and LCO injury that you had, and how much of an impact that had on your career. But I'm learning already before we get to that point, which was quite a pivotal moment in your career, that you're this superpower, this ability just to keep fucking going, and just it's beautiful. It's amazing. It's lovely to be around because I'm a fucking whinger.
I play with some moaners. I know some moaners.
Yeah, like I'd have really milked it.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I didn't want to. I never wanted anyone to know there was something wrong with me. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Because going back into the change room, like at Cambridge, even I remember it now. Like I told Luke, who was at Cambridge at the time, I was like, I've got diabetes. What's that? I'm like, and I had to explain to him, and I'd never really wanted anyone to know. Yeah, growing up, because I thought I don't really know what it is anyway, and I've got to explain to other people. Yeah, obviously as the years goes on, it gets easier. You talk about it more because you know more about it. But yeah, I guess you're right in a way.
Yeah, well, it's clearly there's a theme, isn't there? There's just this ability to just smile and keep going, and I know it wasn't always that easy, but I can see that in you already. So we're at Colchester, and you're in your this is your first pro club, right? And how old are you then? This
21.
Is 21.
Just 21, yeah.
So let's start again from there. Talk us through that, and then what leads into from there. Do you end up going to Southend from there, or is it? Do you?
Yeah, it was that 2 years was a bit mad, if I'm honest, because literally the day I was going to sign, I remember we were training on Astro, so I rolled my ankle, and I'm thinking, oh my God, they're going to pull this away from me, like. But John Ward was the manager, like loveliest fella ever, like. Let us away with murder, if I'm honest. It needs to be the group we had. I think it needs to be a little bit stricter. But he was such a nice guy. Like, give me my opportunity. Like, he was like, "You ain't got to worry. Go sign your deal." And I was out for that about a month or whatever. And then as I was coming back, they were like, "You need to go out and play a game." So I went to Chelmsford City for like a couple of months, and then got called back because there was a few injuries to the left back. my first like debut for Colchester was live on Sky Sports. Wow. So like I've come into the dressing room, I'm thinking, he's not going to play me here tonight. It's live on Sky. We're against Bournemouth, who were like one of the top teams in League One at that time. No, he won't play me. And then he's come to me like, we used to come to Suits in the game, fucking class. He come to me, he's like, congratulations, your debut tonight. Honestly, my arse fell out. It fell out. I was running the toilet, like, text my dad, he's like, I'm playing, like, you've got to get down here, I'll get your tickets or whatever. And yeah, we won 2-1. I got an assist and I was involved in the second goal. Can't believe I didn't get man of the match still. It's my debut. Like, the striker come and scored 2. Gillespie, his name was. Yeah, and it was just unbelievable.
What a night.
The best night ever. That's one of the first ones I remember, like, saying about the games.
Yeah.
That one will never leave me. Yeah, I remember my assist, like, the ball got pinged over to the left winger, Anthony Wordsworth, and he's like half volleyed it. So I'm running like inside. He's half volleyed it. And I smashed it across and it's tapped in. I was like, oh my God.
It's happening.
It's happening. That was exactly it. I remember it was just a magic night. And the first 5 games I played for Colchester were like, who'd I played? Bournemouth, Huddersfield away, Peterborough. I don't know, might have played it at home. I think we won 2-1. My first 3 or 4 games, like, I was unbeaten.
Yeah.
And like the fucking appearances and the win bonus was like, I was like, I remember my first pay packet, I got like $5,000. I was like, oh my God, I'm rich. I was like, oh my God, I'm rich. I can't believe it. I don't know what to do with this. Like, it's mental.
Yeah,
you think back then, I was like, oh my God. It was so good. And then that year I got Young Player of the Year. Like, played like 20 odd games.
Oh, wow.
From like January to near the end of the season, I played most games. And that's when I thought, oh my God, I'm here.
Yeah.
And then, so it's a mad story. Like, so obviously I look like I am now. Like, at 21, that's how I'm slim. Like,
You had a top knot.
No, that was later on. That was later on. But and then in the summer, I worked my nuts because I was like, I want to be stronger. Like, you hear like, don't get weights, you got to get bigger.
Yeah,
No banner. I come back in the summer, I was big. Like I
working
worked
with
with
Steve
Steve.
at
I
the
worked
time,
with
yeah.
Steve. Yeah, shout out Driver.
Yeah, top man.
He
Real
messaged
top
me
man.
today. He was like, make sure you give me a shout. Relax. I will.
He's
the best guy ever. Yeah, he's had a few guys on.
He's had a few shouts on.
Yeah, a few shouts.
He's brilliant. What
He's
he does.
brilliant. So I worked with him all summer. I was like, I want to get more powerful, stronger. Come back an animal, and they were like, "Fuck, what have you been doing?" And I think I overdid it a little bit. But then I played quite a bit that season. But then by the end of that season, there wasn't, because I thought I played like 40 odd games. I thought I'm gonna get a new deal. And they were unsure. And I played a reserve game. Played well, and he gave me a new deal basically off that.
Yeah.
And looking back at it now, I probably shouldn't have. I didn't really deserve one, going off the back of the season I had. But yeah, after that, it ended. Probably paid up. I think paid up like not long after. And that's when again I went on trial at Southend. And
how was that going? So you obviously made your debut.
but no, sorry, no, I didn't go straight to Southend. I went back to Histon because a fella that was running manager at Histon at the time, Brian Page. I was like, I ain't got no club. Like, I play for free, like whatever. Wow. So I played there, and then in the summer, my agent was like, "You go trial at Southend," and that's when. Looking back at it now, it is wild. Honestly, so you don't really. Obviously, I'm still playing, so I guess I never really. I don't sit down and have a look, think, what have I actually done?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Once you start looking at it and you realise like the highs and lows and like the games you played and like, the situations you got into.
Yeah, mentality just to keep like.
Because that was the one after Colchester. I remember I was walking my dog with my dad. I was like, I don't know if I can keep doing this, Sergio. Good. Yeah.
Is he still with us?
Yes, he is. I don't think that dog's ever going to die. Me and my missus were talking about this the other day. She was like, he's going to go to 15, 16. I was like, probably.
Still doing the handshake thing.
Yeah,
he looks a cool guy. He looks a cool guy.
He's the best dog ever. He loves it. With the kids, they just ride him around. So good. So good. But yeah, I remember walking around and I was like, I don't think I can do this, Dad. Like, he's like, what else you going to do? And I was like, I don't know. So then, obviously, the trial come up at Southend. I do give myself that I am good on trial. I am good on trial. Every trial I've been on, I've got a pro contract out. I've got a contract out of it. I thought about that the other day as well. I was like, I'm good on trial. I remember Phil Brown at Southend, like, just hit off. Like, I loved him.
Yeah.
He loved me.
Is in
really.
Phil Brown?
Phil Brown.
He goes on to be Hull City, tell him on the pitch.
He was Hull City before Southend, yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, Phil Brown signed me at Southend.
So you went from your debut at Colchester on TV to then coming out, not getting a contract, going to Histon. Is that right?
Yeah.
Again, and then going on trial
at Southend.
Yeah. Southend. That's like.
So I was 24 when I went to Southend. I think just 24.
Just think like that you've got you into the pro like level. You've played, been brilliant. Got a contract at Colchester, and then all of a sudden it's gone, and then you're back out of the game, and you're back down at Histon. And then obviously, like this determination just to go, right, I'm going to just crack on and go again. And then obviously you get your trial, and then you get another deal from Southend.
Yeah.
It was some mentality, mate. Yeah. You're learning yourself. I think it's
I think so. Mentality. I pat myself on the back.
Which is what's beautiful about these conversations is like you're sitting there now, and like we, as you said, we're just footballers. We never really stop. Our careers going. You never think about what's going on and the adversities that you've actually overcome. And I think when footballers get the opportunity to do that, and I think more footballers should do it, look back over their career and realise the adversity they've actually overcome throughout that whole time. I think you're sitting there now in real time realising the highs and lows and actually what you've like personally like had to deal with and what you've kind of overcome as your journey started to progress.
And that was just at the fucking beginning. Do you know what I mean? That's a mad thing. It was just at that 24 at that time, and then that
which is a lot to happen to a 24-year-old. Like the highs and lows. Obviously, you said you got diabetes when you were younger. You've had to deal with all of that, like the highs of football that you've got to where you wanted to be as a pro. Then you've dropped straight out of it quite quickly. Then you've gone back into it.
I know.
It's the emotion.
But this is the thing. I just think, looking back at it now, it makes me appreciate it even more. Just so grateful that I did keep going. Yeah. Because I don't know what I'd have done if I wouldn't have. And I've had the times that I've had over the years. It's just, some of them have been, unbelievable.
Your ability to be kind of a little bit self-deprecating and funny and laugh at things is clearly really, really, it's beautiful to be around. There's a part of the documentary that I was watching earlier where you said, well, the only thing I can't do with type 1 diabetes is go in the army, which is an absolute touch. It's just that ability to laugh at stuff. And we're learning as we talk, because like I said, we've not spent lots of time together. We know each other, and I think you're seeing this your attitude towards life and football and to laugh about things and to
do you know a good football word? Bounce back ability.
Bounce back ability.
Jesus Christ, I have that tattooed on myself somewhere. But I did, like I said to you before I come out, I said I don't know where this podcast is going to go. Like I've never done one before. I don't know. But thinking about it now, like talking about what we're talking about, it's like it's really nice. Good. You know what I mean? Like in a way that. Yeah, because like you said, your football just goes so fast, and you never sit back and think. You just think, what is next? Yeah. Even last year, I'm thinking one promotion. I was like, what's next now? What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
So how long were you at Southend for?
6 years.
6 years.
6 years. Yeah.
Amazing.
They were. It was first season we got into the playoffs, League Two. We got knocked out in the semis, and then the next year we won it at Wembley. And that was, that was the best.
Winning at Wembley's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I haven't even played it.
I can remember one.
When I get the opportunity to mention football, I did win mine. I wasn't in Shorty's team. I was in the other one.
No, I know. Yeah.
But no, I don't remember it. When I get an opportunity to mention that I played some sort of okay football around the guests we have, I like to drop it in. So the fact we both played for Histon, despite the fact there was probably 5 leagues between it, I'll take it. And I'll take the Wembley win as well. I'll take the Wembley win. As my co-host sits here with his Scottish national shirt, playing against Spain, PK there behind him. I'll take anything I can get.
You've done one more.
Take anything I can get.
Got one out.
Yeah.
I'll take anything I can get. Just don't get me to do my first touch anywhere on film.
I see your 2 touches, right?
Yeah. I click
Train
the best
over
bits.
Tony.
I do. I do.
No, you do.
I do.
See it every day on socials, bro. I'm joking. No,
and I've beat him at 2-touch a couple of times. But like what I like to do, especially when it comes to Instagram, is I only clip the bits where I'm not shinning it somewhere off.
Of course, that's what Instagram's for, man. It's a highlight reel of your life.
So I walked into that one. By the way. Let's go back to where we were. So you're at Southend. You've lost in the playoff final the first year. You've won it the second year.
Yeah.
And year 3. When does it?
Then we went into League One, and that was when. Yeah, I thought, this is where we stayed in League One for probably since till I left. We had some great times at Southend. But that team that I come into, it was like a team of misfits. I'm sure you'd have played in certain teams where he's got released from it, Like it was, and it literally just everyone come together, and it was just so good. Oh yeah, Freddie Eastwood. Do you remember Freddie Eastwood?
Yeah, Freddie Eastwood.
He was in there, and I was like. You're like I'm coming into players like you're a legend, like and there was Michael Timlin, a lot of them boys I still talk to now.
Yeah, I was a big captain. Was he still there?
Adam Barrett.
Yeah, Adam Barrett.
Yeah, Ads he was so good. I used to love him. I used to love him. Smack his ball head every
was
day.
Bentley there? Was he might have left?
Who?
But is it Bentley?
He was there. Yeah. He saved the penalties because at Wembley I've missed a penalty at Wembley as well. I know, yeah. Fucking
Had the bollocks to take one though.
I did. It's number 2. I wanted to get out early just in case I missed. We had a penalty shoot the other day. My missus, because obviously I was only with my missus probably 6 months. Yeah, 6 months before that. So she was like accustomed to oh my God, you play at Wembley. Like, cause I'd only been with her like 6 months. So she saw the penalty. And like all of her family still batter me to this day about missing it. So I'm going up to take a penalty the other day in the FA Trophy against I don't even know who it was, Sitting Bull. And like I'm walking up to take a penalty, and I'm thinking, I've got to score this. Because her family gonna batter me. That's what I was thinking. Her brother's in my head. I was like, fucking hell, I've got to score. So I scored. She was like, why are you taking penalties still? Why are you trying to? I was like, I got to, and I. Southend was it was such a good time.
I think as you said, those misfits, like...
It always works. I think it always works.
Yeah.
We had it at Barnet as well. We had loads of misfits last year. And it's just misfits come together and they just togetherness.
Something to prove.
Something to prove, Something to prove. That's exactly what it is.
The P in tips. Like that togetherness takes you so far. And
I could see someone like being in a dressing room would you'd just be the glue. You'd be like the person.
I try to be. Yeah, I try to be over the years. I think I'm not really the shouter and just like that. I think I've known my role over the years because I think that's the other boys. Yeah, I'm never gonna shout and scream and that. I mean, if I shout and scream, people are like, I couldn't take you seriously. That's what I mean. Well, I have gone off a few times in my time, but you have to do a lot to get me to go. I think. But yeah, I think I've realised.
You start giggling.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, it's just. But Southend was special.
So you're in League One, and this is the third year you're there. Is this the year your injury comes, or is that?
No,
later?
that was late. That was literally my 6th year. There. So we was in League One. Yeah, the year before I got injured, did my knee. We were like, I think it was a goal outside the playoffs. I had another knee injury that just before the play, like that season, that kept me out for a bit, and that hurt because I thought if I'd have played, I think we may have. Not that I'm saying I'd have got us into the play, but we'd have had more of a chance. Players playing out of position and stuff. But yeah, the last year at Southend, get on that. I thought I was 29 at that point. I thought. They talked to me about new contracts, and I was thinking, I want to try and see if I can. I've always wanted to play. I've had a few sniffs playing in the champ, but I was playing really well. Like the first 15, I think I played 15 games that season of just before I done my knee. I was playing really well. I thought I'm going to see my contract out and then see what happens. Like if it's stay at Southend, it's stay at Southend. If it's go somewhere else, I wanted to kind of see what would happen. And me and my sister get married in the summer, and like at Sunderland away. I just remember it. Obviously, you've seen it and stuff. It's just I remember getting fall out. I thought I'd broken my leg. Like you hear. Have you done your knee?
No, I've done my Achilles.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's similar. That snap, innit?
Yeah.
Have you ever done yours?
No.
Touch wood, yeah, Jesus.
I'm sure anyone.
But it's like the biggest snap you've ever heard. Like I remember, I thought this is another point. I thought Sunderland away. I was like, I remember walking out thinking, this is where I'm like meant to be. That's exactly what I thought. I looked up. I was like, this is because it's kind of a bowl, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like down. You just look up. I thought this is it, yeah. And then 15 minutes in, I go to header the ball out. No, I go to touch the ball down, put my foot down. Like the ground, it's like sand under their pitch, innit? So I put my foot down and literally went away that way and just had a massive snap. I was like, honest to God, I thought that moment there, I remember getting in the change room, mum and dad come up to the game, and I was on gas in there and that, and then it's all worn off. I was like, Mum, we get married, what am I going to do? We get married in the summer, I'm out of contract. Like, it was just, everything just hit me. Like, I remember getting home that night to Sarah and waking up in the middle of the night. I was literally literally screaming, like crying. I was like, Sarah, what are we gonna do? Like, we got to pay for this wedding. I ain't got a club in like that was October. Yes, I did in October, and then in June, that's it. I think they're not gonna offer me a new contract. And that was hard. That was quite hard.
Wow.
And then again, just cracked on from there. Do you know what I mean? You get that like from the highs of like this is where I'm supposed to be to literally that night and going into the wedding. I'm thinking life is like what's going to happen now?
Yeah.
How did you deal with that? Like just knowing what it is and knowing the length of time that it's going to take to come back, and obviously the worry of what is on at the end of like once you've done your rehab, like what's going to happen.
Well, madly, like 4 of us done our knees in probably 6 weeks of each other.
Wow.
Four cruise ships in the club at that time. Get on that. Wild. So one of my best mates now, Tom Hopper, he done his 2 weeks before. So I think it was it's not fate or whatever, but I think it really helped me and him being together at that point, and because basically we just made it a competition.
Who can get back quicker?
Who could get back quicker?
Yeah.
Like it's mental, isn't it? Like because he was a big centre forward. Like he's a strong, powerful guy, and like I'd be going up against him on the leg press and that. Like trying to beat him, like mental in it really. But that is what's something to get me through because we'd spend hours in the gym. We'd just be me and him and the other boys, and it would just some days it'd just be try and batter ourselves really.
I want to the nature of this podcast, and you can answer this however you want to answer it or not at all. It's about kind of sharing stories that people will resonate with and will be able to take from. So in terms of there'll be people who've been in your situation now who are experiencing dark days or questioning their thoughts, their feelings, their motive, what comes next, and how dark did it get for you in that period of time, and other than kind of just with this working with your friends and the stuff in the gym, what did you do to get, because you're now another 7 years on in your career, you're still playing, like what got you out of it? What drove you on? Like, can we dive more into this with you? Because I think it's going to help people.
It was dark. It was horrific. I just thought, because you see so many stories out there, like, I wasn't the same when he come back, like he had to end his career, and that's all I was thinking. Because I remember going into because my missus come with me when I went to see the surgeon, to like confirm it was ACL. And like once he said ACL, because you don't know at the time. Like, do you know what I mean? You think, there might be a chance. Yeah. Once he said that, she was like, I needed to be. Her old man come with us actually as well. He was like, they just needed to be there so they could actually hear what he was saying. Because after that, I didn't hear.
I just thought,
that ACL, I was like, And it thinks like, oh, how has this happened to me? But like everyone thinks it's like, just like for whatever reason it happened, because like this is the thing. I went to see Steve after. He's like, were you doing all that stuff? I said, Steve, I've just been battering it. I've literally, it's the best I've ever felt.
Yeah.
Like, and it just, I don't know. And it was just thinking that all of that comes into your head as well. It's like, I just think, fuck it, I've done everything I possibly can to get in this position. And yeah, fucking, I had some dark days. Yeah, I did have some dark days, which is my missus. Literally, she's been incredible.
Yeah,
she's been my like nurse, and just, I don't know, she's put up some stuff like.
Must be tough for you were like a happy-go-lucky personality. You seem really upbeat, and then obviously for you to have worked so hard, to have done so well with Southend, like you say, being out in the stadium of light, like knowing this is where I'm meant to be, and then in that split second, it's all taken away from you.
Yeah,
it must have been really hard to have stayed like who you are. That bubbly personality must have been like
the hardest thing. The hardest thing for me is staying at home. I like being at home. I like being on my own. Like my missus would go to work, and I'd be staying in the house, like watching just documentaries, whatever. Yeah. And then I'd be looking at who's come back from AC. Like, and your mind is never go. And I think Hector Bellerin did it at the same time, and he was doing like seeing his journey and that. And then I started to do that. I started to do it on YouTube. I haven't watched it back, but it's crap. I mean, it's crap. But and then somehow off that, the BBC got in contact.
Can't have been too bad.
And well, I can't remember how they got in contact. Someone through Southend saw that I was doing that, and then they were like, "Oh, we can do that as well." And they were supposed to get it to when I actually come back, but then I left and moved on, so it kind of didn't really happen. But
that helped. It helped in the documentary.
I think it did. It did. Just like kind of bit of therapy, like just talking to the camera. Because you talk to your missus, you talk to your friends all you want, but it's kind of just letting it out there, seeing people what you're doing day to day. It was quite nice, actually.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I remember after I did it, I always said to myself, "You've missed this amount of time out. You probably miss a year. Just put that on to the end of your career." That's literally what I thought. I thought, just put it on to the end of your career. Like, if you can still play, you're playing at a good standard or whatever, just put it at the end. And like, looking back now, I've done that and probably two or three more years.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's been mad.
During that time, very lonely time, obviously. And I think people, you might hear of a football player having an ACL injury and be like, "Oh, well, that's awful. You don't want to hear about it." But the circumstances, 6 months left in your deal, getting married in the summer, like there was no backup plan at this point. This is your whole life was coming down on you, and people don't realise that in football. Because most of the time, if you see a football player get injured, you don't know how long's left in his deal. You don't know what personal plans he's got. You don't know if he's got a family or whatever, what his financial situation is. Akinfenwa last week said next week on this week's episode, he said, "No football club asked me whether I've got money to pay my mortgage."
Yeah.
No one's ever asked me that.
Did they?
No one's ever asked me that.
That's your contract. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's having had this has been such a fun conversation so far. It's the pain is palpable, isn't it? I can feel it. I can feel it for you. I can see your energy shift as well. I wouldn't wish this on any player. It's a horrible thing. I want to come back to kind of, you recovered quicker, didn't you? You did it in 12 months rather than 18.
I did it actually. I did it in 9 because I was at that point. Southend, they wanted to give me a new contract, but I'd already made my mind up that I wanted to leave. So Lincoln come in for me, and the Cowley brothers.
Yeah.
The year before I'd done my coaching badge, the UEFA B, and they were on the course. So I obviously trained with them and that, and obviously they know who I am at that point. So I was like, anything like fancy sign, like just banter, like I am, just like talking to them about it. And then literally the year after, and they signed me with my knee. So it was like I couldn't believe.
That's the P in football coming back again. That's that personality carrying you through again.
They took me, and literally, I remember I come back, And then I played my first reserve game, or like we played a friendly or whatever. I felt brilliant. I played 60 minutes. Then a couple of days later in training, I tore my groin off the bone. And like that's the lowest I've been.
Yeah.
Because me and Sarah moved up, got married, moved up to Lincoln, trying to start a family. Oof. And that one was like, I remember Danny ringing me, and he was like nearly in tears. I was like, damn, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
I think I'm done. Like, I can't. And it weren't even that long. It was like 3 months, I think I was. I had to go get surgery again. I was like, I am.
All of that, like, you've just gone through, like, you've just gone through.
All of that. And that's what I thought, I am back. And I was planning it. We was going to play Huddersfield on the Tuesday night in the Cup. And Danny was like, you'd be involved in that game. I was like, fucking brilliant. And then literally again, like, that was the lowest I've been up there. It's fucking painful as well. You ever torn anything off the bone? They're literally in there. I remember Sarah was at work because she used to get the train down to London at that point. It was before COVID. And I was laying on the sofa. I was like, Sarah, thanks. Like, this is bad. I'm in real pain here. And I had to go, fuck it. I was like, this is wild.
So, how did you deal with this? Like because this positive mental attitude, this willingness to just keep going, this Ben Coke away, like how at this point when you've just been what you've been through, and then this happens. What do you and think there'll be people listening who are maybe not in an identical situation but a similar situation, and what you've been through will give them hope and not to put that fucking but as best as you can, and you're able to, like, your career still goes out. You've got years now that's still ahead of you, and you've got this benefit of hindsight. What gets you through, bro? What?
At that moment in time, I don't. Looking back at it now, I don't really know, if I'm honest. But I think it was literally that, like I said to you, like, that passion to be like, I want to come back. I want to show people that I can come back from that. I think that was what it was at that moment in time. Because people are like, he's injured again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and I'd had 2 bad injuries, and it's just like, no, I've got to get back. Yeah. I've got to get back, do whatever it takes. And then luckily, mad thing, COVID happened. Like, no, I come back from that, and then Michael Appleton got the job, and the Cowleys went to Huddersfield, and I was literally coming back from my groin. So he played me for 60 minutes in a cup game to show that I was back, and then literally just he was like, "You're not really in my plans. You're not my player." I was like, I do get that. Like, he was up front with me. I got no problems with that. Yeah. But and then COVID, and then I went on loan to Cambridge, and then COVID hit. So then moved back up to Lincoln, and literally I just the amount of training I did, it was ridiculous, because I had all the time. He had all the time, and looking back at it now, me and my missus say it was like, that was the best time. It was just me and her up in Lincoln. Lovely house. She was pregnant at the time, so that was another thing that I was like, this is amazing. It was just me and her. I'll just go out training, come back, and just be with her all day. And it was just it was actually really nice. And then what happened after that? And then Stevenage coming for me, and then I signed for Stevenage. Played like 40 odd games that season. Brilliant. I was like, I'm back. And then just after that, it was touch wood. I haven't really been injured since then. So it was just literally just that feeling of going, I want to get back so bad. Is that was it, just in me, like, just probably, I don't know. It wasn't so much of what other people thought. Yeah. It was just for me to be like, I got back from that. Yeah. That's what I felt. Yeah.
I was going to say that you didn't do it because obviously you've signed with the Cowley brothers, and then that goes, and you feel like sometimes you can feel like you owe them because they've put that trust in you because of coming off a massive injury. Yeah,
they were as gutted as I was. Like, I remember talking to Dan and Nick. They were like, "It's just."
Do you think you come back too soon? Do you think that?
I don't know. I don't think like it just feel really good. Yeah, and it was literally like, you just flick it like that, and it was like, I was like, fucking hell. Like, I just don't know. And then I would always go back to Steve. Yeah, he's a real massive help in all this. Like, because he's just, I think he's a genius, isn't he?
Like
the way that he just does it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, exactly that. Like the way he does it, I think there's no one else out there that can do it like him. Yeah. And yeah, I just got the work done. Just got the work done. Just kept grafting.
It's not a career riddled with injuries. It's just
no. It's that I've had bad injuries at bad times.
Yeah,
and it's just that is exactly it. And I just think
2 horror injuries. Really.
Yeah. And it's just like it's fucking.
It's kind of coincided. They say wrong time. It's end of like Southend career. Going into Lincoln, and then obviously the new manager comes in, which is always difficult when you're an injured player coming back in. How do you prove yourself within when you're just coming back? So obviously then that's another thing you have to deal with.
Yeah, because at that point in my career, like I've been at Southend, I was fit, I played every game.
Yeah.
So and then going to Lincoln, which I knew was going to be hard anyway, because Harry Toffolo was there. I still backed myself for if I get fit, me and him we're gonna have a good bit of competition here. But then obviously it didn't happen like that. But that's just the way it goes. You have to deal with. I think dealing with managers is all right for me because I deal with everything else.
Yeah.
I've had so many different managers over the years. He was honest with me. He just said, "You're not part of my plan, so that's fine. Somewhere else and try and come back from there." Do you know what I mean?
You've got an incredible mentality.
Yeah.
You clearly got a lovely left foot and plenty of talent, football intelligence, personality, some speed.
Yeah.
But this mentality, this it's a superpower, Ben. It's like I think I'm hoping you're realizing it as you talk, because this career you've had is incredible. But talk about high highs and low lows, and you've managed to kind of navigate them on this. Well, whilst it was going up and down, you've managed to stay pretty constant with it and back yourself and look after yourself. And it sounds like you're surrounded by some great people, and that's always
my mum and dad. They've literally been there every step of the way.
Yeah,
from like my old man because going back to the speed, I was slow when I was younger, so he used to pick me up from school, take me to this personal trainer in Norwich. So like he'd be at work all day, then we'd go. I'd fall asleep after school. Get up, get there, do my training, then fall asleep on the way home because I was knackered.
Yeah,
he'd be like, "You're the fucking worst passenger ever." And then, like looking back at now, I think, fucking hell. Like mum and dad, like they used to come to they still do now.
Yeah,
I'm like, "Dad, you ain't got to bother this week." Like we're playing, I can't even remember who, but he's like, "No, I want to come." Like mum and dad, like have been so supportive, and I take that into my kids now. I think, that's exactly what I'm going to be, because you can't. This is what I think. You can always make a pound note. You can't make time back with your kids.
Yeah.
Like, because like having kids now, I just love them to death.
Yeah.
Like, if you got kids,
I've got 3.
You got 3. Yeah. You haven't got kids.
No, I've got like a stepson.
But it's just honestly, they're too little. It's carnage. Well, you can imagine what they're like.
Yeah.
Imagine what they're like. My missus is literally.
And then you got your personality.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, my missus has got personality as well, so okay. It's like, but that's the carnage of it all. It's just, that's what I said to you. I could never be on my own.
No,
because I like the carnage of feeling at home with everything going on. Otherwise, I think, I couldn't do it. If I'm at home on my own, I have to put every telly on, every bit of music on anyway, because I just don't like. Yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me. Like I'm just saying that. Like it's just. Might be some people like it, but not me.
Why don't you like it?
Because I like people. I like being around people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm
exactly the same as you, and I'd answer that question in the same way. I'd go, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I just like it. I just like being around people.
Mason Spence said as well, one of our previous episodes as well. He's just said, I just simply cannot be on my own. Like, I don't access my own head without kind of a guardian or something like
even
that.
when I'm driving, like, I'll just ring people.
Yeah.
Or, like, put the music on. I just love it. On the way here, I was listening to soulful jazz. Have you ever listened to it?
No, but I'll give it a go.
Fucking, I was new fucking. I do like jazz, don't get me wrong about this. It was like songs like In the Club from 50 Cent. Soul. Okay. This is magic. It's so good. Yeah, fucking hell.
Do you know one thing strikes me that I think you've taken through your whole life, it's definitely through your career, which has allowed you to just keep going, is your humour. I think like the way you look at life and the way you've gone through your ups and downs. I believe that you've looked at it with humour. And you've not like me. I was so hypercritical of myself, and I could never really have humour in my career because I was so driven and so like, I wanted to do something so much. And if it wasn't going well, I'd berate myself and beat myself up about it. But I feel like this conversation and your personality, I feel like you you kind of look at it in a completely different way, which is great. Which I want people to see is like you're still achieving great things within football, but you've done it with humour. You've done it by like persevering and bounce back ability, but it feels like you can make a laugh and a joke of the situation, whether it's good or bad. And I think that's an amazing quality to have, and that's an amazing thing for people to see that, like, even for me, like, you don't have to be. You can be like driven and serious, but you can also laugh and joke about it at the same time.
This is the thing. Some managers I've played under be like, he's always laughing and joking. Is he serious? But then it comes to game day, like, I'm like everyone else. I want to win. I want to play well.
Yeah,
they're the most things that I want. Like, but if it doesn't go so well, like even so, like I think this comes with experience. Like I'd never take it home. I'd try really hard not to. Obviously, if some bad things happen along the way, like you're gonna have tough days and that. But I try my hardest not to.
Yeah.
I see my kids on the side. Like I'll always go over to the kids after. You know, they're always like, get back in the change room. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna see my kids first.
Yeah.
Like, I literally, it's whatever.
So if you don't take it home, then your life outside of it isn't dictated by football.
No, I think I've learned. You learn that over time, though, because I used to be not to that degree, but I used to be like, I always really I want to play well, and if you don't play well, it's like fucking hell, why didn't? Do you know what I mean? All of that stuff. It's like every footballer, I think.
Yeah.
But over years, I've learned to be like, there's more to life than just kicking a bag of air around. That's what it basically is, and it's mad. And we get paid to do that. I think it's the best.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna like. It's navigate. It's like navigating. Like no one's gonna be like that. First of all,
that's where you struggled, isn't it?
I struggled massively with just like not allowing myself to have fun, even outside of football. Like my life was just dedicated to football. Like I ruined loads of time with Amber. Like probably time with my kids and stuff like that because I was so dedicated to football and so driven and so like just focused so much on that. I wouldn't allow myself to enjoy it because if I enjoyed it, then it's taking my focus away from being serious about what I need to be doing. And I've really found that hard. Like right towards the end, I probably allowed myself a bit more joy and stuff like that. But I feel that massively played a part in my career. I feel like if I was say more happy and allowed things to come and go, I think I would have performed loads better. But I think I was just. But that's something I've learned.
That's what I mean. It's everyone's journey is so different, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's so different. Some people are this way, some people are that way.
Yeah, it's finding the balance, isn't it?
It's finding the balance. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, I've gone the other way with it. I've had too much fun. Yeah, that's part of my personality. I'm still working on that now.
Yeah,
that sometimes I can overdo it.
Yeah,
the other way, but trying to balance.
I don't feel that you've probably gone. Have you gone too deep? Have you gone like, as you said, like mentally you're really really struggling with football, or is it because I think going too laughing jokey is probably better than going too, because I got to the point where I wanted to commit suicide, so I'd rather be too laughy and jokey than the position of where I was. So does that ever happen? Did you ever get that low, or has it always been just you've gone the other way rather than?
I don't think I've never wanted to. To do that. No, it's. Don't get me wrong. There's been some dark times. Yeah, dark times. Like I'm not coming here saying I'm always like this. Yeah, like, I'm not. But I try my heart. Like I was talking to my mate the other day, and I was like, in the mornings when you wake up, I think you do something. Like, don't get me wrong. You do it as a choice if you want to be happy or not.
There is somewhat of a choice.
Somewhat of a choice. Do you know? You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to say some people have. Obviously, depression and stuff like that. That is a completely different. But I think if you're okay, if you're okay, like everything's, you have a choice in the morning. If you want to give your day a right go, you say, I've got a busy day, so I've got to get stuff done to do it. If not, Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
But I absolutely understand what you're trying to say, and as someone who has dealt with depression, bipolar, ADHD, lots of these things, there is still somewhat of a choice, and that feels hard to hear when you're feeling really shit.
That's what I mean. I'd never try and do that to someone.
But there is truth in what you're saying, and all emotions are transient. Kind of happiness will come and go, laughter will come and go, sadness will come and go. But I think something we are more in charge of, which I think is what you're getting at, is gratitude and effort and hard work and waking up and going, the situation is a situation. I'm going to give it the best version of me today. There is somewhat of a choice in that, and I don't want that to people who will be in some really dark situations and feel like they can't go on there, or they have to give up, or they just simply can't get things done, and that's okay. But we can look at the world. I talked at length in a recent episode about a book I read. I can't remember the title now. Yeah, the Book of Delights. And it was this guy who was struggling with the state of the world. And he chose to write, he said, right, I'm going to write a book about the delights I see in every day. I'm going to try and find something delightful in every day. And it starts off with a flower comes between a crack in the pavement, and he writes about how this flower appeared out of the mundane or whatever else. And he said after about a week of looking for it, they were fucking screaming at him. He said every day there was a moment, there was something to feel happy about. There was something to feel good about. And if you go into the world looking at it as if today's going to be fucking awful, everyone's going to be awful, I'm going to be awful, the likelihood is those things will come true.
Shit, yeah.
Those things will come true. But the reality is, like you said, you're not saying anything untoward. You're just saying, I'm going to give today my best fucking go. I'm going to turn up today and just try and be the best version of me, whatever that version of me is today. And just showing up might be the best version of you today.
Sometimes it is.
Just fucking showing up, putting one foot in front of the other, and that's a positive message, not one that you need to tiptoe around. So I think it's a really, really positive message, and one that you've clearly taken into your career.
Yeah, I think so. I think enthusiasm, I think is massive. I try to be.
I'm bloody
no, but I'm trying. Sometimes at training, what gets me through something is just talking. Like, obviously, if like you're knackered or whatever, but try and talk. But obviously, like nowadays, no one fucking talks on the pitch. You know what I mean? And sometimes I think, oh my God, like somebody just helps.
You're a dying breed.
But yeah, exactly. But I think enthusiasm in life is a big thing because like a couple of years ago, like I signed for Barnet, wages took a hit. Once again, I was thinking, I haven't really got anything else at this moment in time, but we moved back to our house in Billericay.
Yeah.
We actually lived in Dunstable for a bit. Mad. Like, and I was thinking, right, how am I going to recoup some money here? I was just thinking to myself, and obviously I've worked with my dad. My dad's he was an antique dealer when I was younger. Now he does a lot of house clearances. Ben's barn, by the way. Obviously now I'm closer. Obviously Barnet is closer to Hertfordshire where he works. I think, mate, I can help my dad a lot more because obviously he's getting older now.
Yeah.
And I've always enjoyed the graft of like house clearances. It's a tough job, right? So you're thinking like full-time football with that on the side, it's a graft. And then I was thinking, right, I do quite enjoy coaching as well. So I thought I'll try and get coaching in the evenings. And I've done that now. I think now I've actually took on a little bit too much. Took on a little bit too much, but no, because I like to work. I like to go home at night. Thinking, fucking hell, I've worked hard. I've had a hot, like your body hurts and that. I actually quite like that feeling. Weirdly. And so so now on days off that I've got go work with my old man.
Yeah. Do
a bit of coaching in the evening, and obviously on a Sunday that's family day for me. As much as we can, we all come back together, and it's just can't we do whatever? But I think that is it's part of life. You just like do
purpose.
Perfect. Yeah, 100%. So at least in my head, like after a few years ago, I was thinking, I could do that with my old man. I could take over that, and I think I definitely will. But yeah, so it's. I think that's made myself more like you know, after football, like a few years ago, I didn't really know what I was going to do.
Yeah.
But then stuff happens, and then stuff happens for maybe a reason, like someone for Barnet on less money, and you just think, what can I do now?
So taking the pressure away, knowing what's coming.
I think so, yeah. I think so. But the old mate goes to me, you're going to retire at the end of the year? Because I said to my mate at the beginning of this year, I was like, I think I'm going to retire at the end of the year. And he looks at me, he's like, you're not going to fucking retire at the end of the year. He's like, I need to retire.
Yeah.
I was like, no, we'll sort it out. But
if your body's still going, you might as well keep going,
exactly.
isn't it?
That's the thing. He's like, my body's knackered. Like, he wants to knock on the head a little bit more. But listen, we're going to get to that when we get to that. But it's, but yeah, I do like working with the old man.
So you won the National League whilst also working 2 other jobs at the same time.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Barnet knew that, to be fair.
I'm not dropping you in it.
No, he knew that because he was like, "Fuck me, this is what we can offer you."
Yeah.
I was like, "Listen, I'm gonna have to go off to training all after work."
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, fine," and I'd still be there, still performing. And yeah, got promoted. So it was magic.
Oh,
There's some great lads. So was that? So you had Laurie, Lee Anderson.
No, Laurie was the year before.
How was he?
Laurie was the year before. We had
Big Lee.
last year. Big Lee.
Best legs in football.
Hell, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. In between it all.
He's
in between the legs and all.
Oh, okay. So we it's a bit like me and you, him. So we've kind of known of each other, and
he's from. Is he Kettering way?
Yeah, he's not far. We're getting together in a few weeks to do some training.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just gonna
animal, mate.
marvel at those legs. Yeah.
Animal, but yeah, real. We signed him in December, January time.
Did Moyo play with you? David Moyo, was he there at that time?
No, we had
Might have been the
Billy
year before.
Clifford there last year. Danny Collins, he's in Milton Keynes. Danny Collins, you know him?
No.
Idris Kanu,
yeah. Ryan Glover, Shelts, Tavares.
You flew that year, didn't you? You just
last year was a joke. We got
you just couldn't stop winning.
Same point.
Yeah,
over 102 points.
I was at Woking at that time.
Oh, yeah.
I was strength and conditioning at Woking.
At Argaff.
Yeah, when I came
we won 2-0.
Yeah, we started well, hit the bar.
You did.
And then you scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
So it was a good team.
It's all a blur, but then when you find specifics, you do remember.
Yeah.
To be fair, if someone said a game to me, I'll remember it. I remember the score. I remember everything, which is weird.
Yeah.
But if someone says it to me, I'll remember it.
Yeah.
I couldn't go to when did we play? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's wild.
That kind of brings us full circle back to us saying at the start that football's all a blur, and then actually when you really
little details out of it, my missus says to me, she's like, how do you know the scores of football games? I just do. You can't fucking remember anything else.
No, it's true. I can't remember the dishwasher, but I can remember a game from
it's
2004.
So true.
Yeah, I hear you. So I think this episode has been a message of hope and determination and humor and personality and talent, intelligence, speed as well, and this incredible journey you've been on, and it's been a privilege kind of sitting here listening to that, and there's so much to take away, which I don't think you even realised.
No,
I didn't think you even realised before you sat down.
No,
kind of what you've been through and the highs and lows and everything that kind of lay in between, but. And don't be short with this question, because this is kind of coming towards the end of the episode now, and this question is kind of the last thing we asked. But there is so many ways in which I think you can answer this now, having listened to this journey. A career whereby at 29, your groin's hanging off, your knee's hanging off, you've had 2 surgeries in the space of a couple of years, you've come back and you've still gone on to go and win trophies and get promotions and things, and still playing 6 years on. So outside of football, specifically, so outside of a football-based achievement, so not a trophy or a team of the season or anything else like that, and we banned becoming a father because it's too easy of an answer, although I know that would be your answer. So if anyone's listening, we know that would be the answer. What are you most proud of?
Oh, she's going to love me for this, ain't she? Honestly, I think the relationship that I've got with Sarah, my wife now,
Beautiful.
I think, because she's seen it from 25 to now, been with her, nearly coming up 11 years. And I think she makes me laugh, man. I was just talking the other day, I was like, "See, you're fucking funny." And I couldn't be with someone that wasn't funny. Like the way that she is, like she runs the household. Like she's an amazing mum and an amazing wife. I think now, like we've had quite a lot of things happen in the last couple of years with my little boy and stuff like that. And like the way that she is, and I think it's just like the way that we are together now. I think we've grown a lot, like over the past however long we've been together, 11 years. I think she's magic, and I just love her. I just love her, and I think I always will. I said so happy the other day. I was like, "Sarah, if you fall out of love with me, just stay with me, will you?" Because I was like, I don't know what fucking else I'll do. I really don't. I just think she's just, she's best. Yeah, I'm so grateful that I met her when I met her. I think
sounds like she's had a really amazing impact on you and your career.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she kept me going as well. She definitely kept me going.
And it's not common in football for lads to say, I really love my missus. It's more common to talk about birds in the past and this, that, and the other. And we have both said it ourselves on this and taken real ownership for it. Like without our partners, we'd be fucking nowhere.
Yeah, it's so true, man. It's so true. I don't know what.
Good woman behind you, especially the things you've gone through. You need someone there who's going to ground you and help guide you through.
Keep you in gear. Because honestly, without her, I don't know what I'd have been off track. I swear, I'll tell you that.
So I don't know how we're going to end this, but our men's mental health podcast is basically saying without the women behind us, we're fucked.
It's not rocket, is it? And they're gonna love that, aren't they?
We've cracked it.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it because Sarah will be like,
"No,
give it the big one." But it's true.
I'm glad you did.
Our relationship, I'm very proud of that.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. Ben Coker, what a guy! I think everyone needs a Ben Coker in their life.
It's just the energy, man.
And I'm so glad we got to sit here and have this conversation with you. And this will make people smile, but it will help a lot of people as well, mate. And that's just you being you. And it's been a privilege to sit with you.
Yeah. Don't change, mate.
I don't think I can. But no, thanks. Honestly, I've listened to all of your stuff, and that's exactly what I thought. I'm just gonna beat myself because I can't. Like, obviously, I can talk deeply, but I said this is what I'm like. So, but thanks a lot for having me. I've bloody loved it. Let's get to the pub, eh?
Well done.
Oh, Ben.